Hello and welcome to Magzie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on Hypixel Skyblock. This is a vanilla server. If you like this episode, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into this. We are going to go to the main hub here. Today's episode is about money making. Now, I'm gonna do a premise here. I am not going over every money making in the game right now. I want to do like an in-depth guide for you guys for each money making method that I know of. All right. So, but there's three right off the bat that you can do that'll really help you. Actually, three. Yeah, three. Three. We're going to go over three today. Two of them are kind of in the same kind of vein. So we're going to do those two together. All right. So I'm going to go to the hub. Okay. Uh, first one The first one that's a starting money making method is really simple. It's your skills. Every time you level up, you get skill money, and it can get really good. 200,000, 175,000. So grinding out skills will make you money. It's free coins. Okay? Each skill. So don't think of it as like, hey, this is boring. I got to grind out this skill. Think of it as like, hey, I'm making 225,000 if I get the 200 level 25, and that's not including every single level before that. Okay, so and all the skills are like this. All right, every skill. Would you go back? So farming. See, next level 450, 475,000. Fishing, next level 550,000. Mining, next level, 1 million coins. Foraging, 200,000. Okay? So, leveling your skills, that's the very first one. And they're pretty much self explanatory. You just grind out your skills, do stuff, make sure you're getting the most XP off of it. If you're doing farming is great. Actually, that we'll cover that in a second. The first one that I want to go over, though, is the Bazaar. Now, if you follow the guide so far, you've unlocked the Bazaar, so you don't have to worry about unlocking it. It does unlock in Skyblock levels, so you do have to get Skyblock levels up to a certain level in order to get that. I believe it's level 7. I believe it's level 7. And you unlock the Bazaar. This is the Bazaar here. Now, there's two methods. There's two methods here that you can actually use. Technically three. Technically three. There's two methods here that you can use. We'll say three. There's three methods that you can use in the Bazaar to get money. The first one is you can buy stuff off of the Bazaar and sell it. So if we come here, we have clay here. If we come here and clay here is this. If we buy, it's going to be 2.9. But if we go in here, we can buy a stack of clay here for 51 gold. Okay. 51.2 gold. I'm going to go ahead and put this buy order up. Okay. How long is it going to take for it to do? I've got money on here too. I'll get that later. There we go. I didn't think it was going to take that long. Okay, so we got 64. We paid 51 gold for that. All right. 192. All right. Now, there's another thing you can do. We're not going to sell this just yet. There's another thing you can do. And I'm gonna just buy the stuff. Okay. No. Let's do full on. All right, full on. The other thing you can do is get the enchanted recipes for the same items. All right. Enchanted recipes, as you can see, the enchanted thing here sells for sell, not buy. Sells for 476.8 gold right now. What you're going to do is you're going to set up a buy order in here for 5 stacks of just regular clay, okay? And this is only if you have the recipes for the enchanted versions, guys, all right? So that is 320. So, and this is how you test to see if it's good. So you set up a buy order here for 320. There we go. and then you wait for that to actually sell. We're going to go ahead and sell this because it's not going to be part of the thing. So I changed my mind on that one. And I'm also going to go ahead and go into my inventory real quick and just pop these guys in here. We don't need that for the video. Stop. 250. Come on. It should pop up in your chat whenever you get the actual ingredients. There we go. So, now, this will give you 2 enchanted things. So you get 5 stacks, right? That's 2 enchanted. So first thing you do is you come over here and you look at it and you go, hey, I bought these for so much gold. We know that we can sell it for more than what we bought them for. So that's a win. Now, the next thing for this process to work is you come in here and you look, all right? If I post these back on here for sale, I'm going to make 950 gold, all right? If I do the same process and turn it into enchanted, and you do this for everything, all right? I'm going to make 943 gold, all right? And then you can come over to your vendor and you go, I can make 943 gold there. I can make 960 here. You sell it to the NPC. So this is the way you can buy stuff off the Bazaar and sell it to NPCs. That's called Bazaar flipping, all right? There's another version of Bazaar flipping which involves what I just told you to do. But what you want to do is buy the item cheaper off the AH and actually sell it back to off the Bazaar and sell it back to the Bazaar. Okay, so the best thing that I can show you for this one, there's other things that you can do this on, but the best thing that I've found so far is redstone. You buy redstone in bulk. The maximum you can buy is 71,640, and then you do this and you hit buy, and you buy that for 35,000 gold. And then what you want to do is convert it over to enchanted. Then you sell all the enchanted. The enchanted sells for 259 each. I'm telling you guys, there's loads of money to be made there. Now, if you can also, that's part of the other thing that I was telling you. No. I'm getting ahead of myself. Stop it. So that's also Bazaar flipping. All right, you buy it, regular blocks, you turn them into enchanted, and you sell those. Other good ones to do are any of the gemstones. I usually go with the ones that are at low buy orders right now. So right now the buy here, as you can see, is 0.8. When you look at it, when it says sell price, that's to sell it to you. That's the buy price. I don't know why these are backwards on here, but what this means here is other players are buying them for 1.9 and selling them to you for 8, and all of them is like that. I usually set up buy orders for that, then I convert them all the way up to fine. This is going to involve you having the crystal hollows unlocked. We're going to go into that into a separate video, probably next week. But for right now, all you guys know is you can take gems and you can convert them over. Also, hardstone is another one to do. Sometimes you have to check the prices on those. Hardstone, you can buy hardstone and you can convert it over into enchanted and sell it for loads. And lapis. Now, for lapis, it's a little bit different. What you want to do is unlock the grand XP bottles. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to buy, sorry, wrong button. Buy lapis in bulk, like I taught you to do. Convert that into enchanted, and then turn that into enchanted bottles. You usually always make more off the enchanted bottles than you do enchanted. You can test that though. Make sure you're getting your money's worth. Make sure you're doing the method I told you before to test that. Just take whatever amount of XP bottles you're going to make. Take that amount in lapis. See what it sells for on lapis in enchanted form. Then see how much the enchanted bottles from that make, and you have your totals there. So just make sure you're using that method. That's just a few of them. There's lots of them. You can go online and look it up. I don't know if there's a wiki page for that, but there's always videos about which items to do. Okay, so the other method is to buy from the NPCs and sell it back to the bazaar. If we come over here to wood, we can see that wood over here sells for 25 gold. If we come to the bazaar and look at wood, wood right now is selling for 12, for 6. No, it's still 12. Yeah, 11.9. So that would be a bad choice. However, enchanted versions are selling for 1.7, I'm sorry, 1,767. So again, how you test this, it's you come over here to the oak and you buy 5 stacks. All right. And you go back to the bazaar and you're like, hey, if I sold this 5 stacks here, how much would I make off of this? And you're not gonna make what you paid for it. It's 3,700 there. We spent 300 on each stack, so that's 9, and that's another 6. So you're barely making your money back on this. Okay, you're barely doing that. However, your best way to make money off this is to turn it into enchanted form. So you turn it into enchanted form, and then come in here and you're like, okay, I could make 3,000 from this. How much am I gonna make if I sell this at this? And there you go. So, and then you put it up for sale. All right. Now, the things I'm gonna show you in this video right now will always sell better for enchanted forms. All right. So the first thing we're going to go to is over here to the builder. The builder is just left of the fountain here, just right of the fountain here. You come up here. I've already showed you before. There is a clock builder. I have not tested any of her recipes for selling, but I doubt if they are any good. The first things are in the builder here. Now, everything I show you will sell if you have the recipe for it. So, turning lapis into lapis glowstone, into enchanted glowstone. Blocks of quartz turned into enchanted quartz. Let's see here. Nope. Ice and packed ice both sell for a profit, and you can turn these into enchanted and sell a ton of them. Another good method to do this is when Jerry event is active, like it is now, and you can come over here, go to the shop. The shop, this is where you spawn in. Right here is Sherry, and in here, sorry guys. In here in Sherry's shop, you can actually buy ice and packed ice. Where's the ice one? Did they take the ice one out? I don't think so. Maybe they did. Anyway, you can buy packed ice in here too. So that's another option for you. We're going to head back to the bazaar because events isn't part of this tutorial. I don't know why I just did that. So, we're back here over here to the builder. And the ice. That's pretty much all from him. Not too much of this other stuff sells. If you come to the left of the builder and go downstairs, there is a redstone merchant down here. This is the Mad Redstone Engineer. You right click on him. If you haven't talked to him before, he'll give you a big description here. And he sells redstone at 4 gold a pop. And you can buy from him also. It's cheaper, 100% cheaper to buy from the bazaar and then resell to the bazaar, but you can buy from him and turn that into enchanted, and it will give you profit also. The next thing is over here in the cemetery. I'm not describing it to you. This is the entrance. You come at the diagonal in the entrance. You take a right, and then on the left right here is a person called Pat. Pat sells flint and gravel Gravel, I never buy gravel. But the flint you can buy, you can turn this into enchanted, and you can sell that. Next, back to the portal. And the farmer merchant here, which is just right of where you spawn in at, the farmer merchant here, you can buy most of her stuff in here. I would test it first, like how I told you to test it. But the two that I know of is redstone into enchanted, redstone, red mushrooms into enchanted, and I think sugarcane. It's been a while. I know red mushrooms will. So we go here. It is cheaper to buy them here and convert them into red mushrooms, so we're clear on that. But the enchanted ones do sell for a load, and more likely to do that one. I would check that one first. Anything you buy from the farmer merchant, make sure you check the prices of first to make sure it's cheaper. Otherwise, just buy it from the bazaar and then convert it over. And the farming merchant, the fish right here, enchanted fish. Now that's the ones that I know of. You can also go around and gather up the crops that sell grow here on the island, on the hub. There's the netherwort that's right here. Over here is sugarcane. I mean, not sugarcane, wheat. There's potatoes right here. This is next to the pet care place. If you're spawned in at the hub, you go to the right and then go to the right again. Down this little corridor here is carrots. Okay. Over here, if you don't want to buy from the lumberjack, you can come over here and you can actually grind out oak and sell that. But that's not important. And there is coal in the coal caves. I've already showed you guys that. You can do that one too. Let's grind that up. But that's not really what we're talking about in this episode. So that's Bazaar flipping. That's the whole basis of Bazaar flipping. Number 2. What was number 2? Give me a sec, guys. I gotta take a drink. And we're back. Sorry, guys. We're on number 3. So number 3 is going to require some equipment. All right. So the first thing that you're going to start out with on the thing is during my video, my last video about the goals, the first 3 goals, and I told you to buy a golden pick. Now this one has silk touch on it, so we're going to go take silk touch off. You're going to buy a golden pick, and you're going to put on it efficiency 5. All right, you should be able to do this at the start, and we're going to take silk touch off of this. Oh, it's not going to let us in here. Hold on. I have a setup on my island. Now, I'm going to do a whole video on enchanting setups, so don't worry about that. Where is my enchanting setup? I think it's downstairs. And so we're going to take this silk touch off. It's not going to be relevant. It's going to inhibit what we want to do with this. So and also, unless you have a God Potion equipped, which I do, you will need a Haste Potion. Now, in order to get a Haste Potion, you need to unlock in here over, where you at? It's really low level, right? Haste Potion. It's level 3. You need 250 coal. You should already got that if you did the Minion collection thing that I told you to do. So you should already have that one, and then you can make haste potions here, and you want a tier 3 haste potion. So just come over here, put water bottles in here, netherwort, which you can get from the hub, and then I believe if we come back into collections here, we want a haste 3 potion. All right, so that's glowstone onto a haste 1 potion. If we look at haste 1, it is coal. All right, so coal, let that run through. Buy yourself a piece of glowstone. Actually, that's haste 3, yeah. An enchanted glowstone from the Bazaar, put that in. That'll give you haste 3. All right, haste 3. That's the one you need for this method. You want to keep a couple of those on you if you don't have a god potion. If you have the money to buy a god potion, I will show you that one too. There's 2 places to buy god potions. One is if you have a booster cookie on, you get bits, and you can come into the community shop here, and you can go to the bits shop, and you can buy one for 1,500 bits. All right. If you're on Iron Man, this is the only way for you to get a god potion. You can also put mixings in those. We're going to go over god potions later, and also booster cookies later, so don't worry about that now. Also, what you can do is up into the auction here, you can actually search for god potions. So make sure you spell it right, because it will not show you if you do not spell it right. And you can click clear. Make sure you set it to lowest. All right. And they usually run for about 1.8 million to... I'm sorry, 1.5 million to 1.8 million usually. If it's more than that, I wouldn't buy it. I would wait. And don't forget, you can stack those now. They're stackable, so you can buy 2 or 3 and stack the things up. Also, the god potions no longer run down on your island. As you can see, when I'm on my island, this is the timer, and when I'm off the island, here, this is how much time I actually have left. All right. So you've got your pick. You've put efficiency 5 on it. This is all you need to start out with. All right. What you're going to do now is you're going to come to the Dwarven Mines. Now, we haven't covered much in the Dwarven Mines, so don't worry about that. But when you hit the Dwarven Mines, you can do this method. All right. When you unlock it, this method is available for you. You're going to put the pick in your hand and make sure you have your haste 3 on. You can also, we'll go over this. We're going to go over pets, I think, next week. But if you got a legendary silverfish, he'll give you a permanent +3 haste buff. So you can use a silverfish pet instead of the haste potions. But that's also an option for you. And then you want to make your way over to the bridge. Now you can mine here and get cobblestone, but we want the bridge for cobblestone. Now, when you start out, you're not going to be very fast, and you're not going to mine very fast. Make sure that you are putting your Heart of the Mountain perk stuff when you get in here, your powder into speed here. For this trick, it will help. Mining speed. If the perk is actually called mining speed, so that you there's also an event that will happen in here where you can do powder grinding. We'll go over that later. But start on the bridge, and the first thing you're going to want to do here is this corridor right here, all right? And you're going to run down this corridor, pressing D and W at the same time. And your objective here, that's not going to help. Your objective here is to mine and get this, all right? You don't want this. This doesn't help you. You want to break until you get down to the bedrock there, because what you're trying to do is get this unlocked. This is the pet milestone. Now, there's another pet that you can get to do this with also. It involves spawning sea creatures. If you like fishing, you can get that one and do the exact same method I'm saying here. But you have to do this. There's specific milestones, and you get a pet. The first one that you get will be the common rock pet. All right. You want to keep this one. Do not do anything with this one. Keep it. Put it in your inventory. Basically, what you do is you level this one up to max level. Get a bunch of fill over. I'm not saying it right. You max the XP out past the max level, and then you level this up to legendary. You keep this one as your legendary rock pet. The rest of them you can sell. All right. So I go up and down, and you want it'll pop up first time 2,500 stone, cobblestone or stone blocks mined, and this, remember the smooth stone doesn't count as a block mined. All right, don't ask me why, don't know. It has to be the cobblestone. So you want to break the cobblestone there. All right, so break the cobblestone, do that until you get the milestones, unlock all the rock pets. Now there's other ways to do this. We're going to go over that in later videos for the rock pets and the rock collection. You can also do that on your island, but this is the easiest one to start out with. You can get a couple of rock pets and sell them for, I think, 50 for the uncommon, and then 500,000 for the rare version, and that'll give you a little bit of starting money. Once you get 500,000 and you have at least combat level 12, all right, combat level 12, you will want to go to the end island. All right, so that is in the spider den. You don't have the teleport, you can hit the spider den through the graveyard. As we've mentioned before, you came over here to get your is it this one, promising shovel. So come in here, head left when you see Haywitch, you head left. Haywitch. Go straight up here, go to the right, and head up these stairs. There will be mobs that spawn up here. Once you get to the top of the stairs, just head straight, and this is the portal to the end. Now remember, you do need combat 12 to get here. And you want to make sure you have at least 500,000, and you can come in here and you can buy a stonk. Now, once you get a stonk, there's my stonk. You want to put refined on this, and you also want to put compacting on this. You can buy compacting from the Bazaar. I'm going to show this one to you. So the Bazaar here, you come down to the oddities, you go up to enchantments, and then you go to regular enchantments, and then compacting. It should be on this. Where you're at. It's in alphabetical order. There's compacting. It doesn't have but level 1. This is one of those books you add to it and it levels it up for you. You can buy one off here. Usually there's about 4 to 500 million. Sorry, 4 to 5 million there. If you're not on Iron Man, you'll have to get yours from here. This is the community shop. You right click on here under stacking enchantments. Here is your compacting. There you go. It's 4,000 bits. There we go. And you want that one also on this one. Now, the refined, I don't know that you'll be able to get to start out with. However, you get the refined one from here. It's the refined amber. And you need, as you can see right there, you need to be mining level 25 in order to get this one. So make sure that you're that before you put refined on it. Or you can also buy a stonk off the AH. If you're buying one off the AH, make sure it has cultivating and is refined. All right, so stonk. There we go. And you want one that is enchanted with the. You can upgrade the enchantment on it. I don't know why I put efficiency 6 is actually great because that's what comes on a stonk. But you want one like this. You can take the smelting off. You don't want smelting on it. Smelting is like the worst thing you can put on a stonk. You're not going to be using it for anything that you want smelted, basically. But there's a refined one. So, and as you can see, it's not that much more than the rest of them. Actually, it is. It's quite a bit more. Wow. But don't spend that much for it, guys. Regular stonks are just, as you can see here, 800,000, 900,000. Just find one that's got some enchantments on it that you like. If you can find one that's got compacting on it, that's good. But you can get all that stuff and put it on there. But you can buy them off here too. Don't spend that much money on it. And if you do ever sell your stonk, which I would not do, and then you want to use this for gathering stone. It kind of eliminates the process of needing the full haste 3 on there, but you're going to have once you start getting god potions, you're going to be using god potions all the time, so you're going to have haste 3 effect on you in abundance. There's another money making method that you can use for this one. I'm not going to go over into that one right now. But that is 3. Well, hold on. Rock pets. So you want to get the legendary one. You want to get the epic and the legendary pets. So we're going to go with rock pet here. Rock pet on the AH here. Rock. Nobody's selling rock pets. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and set this to epic. These guys actually sell for 2,500,000. And then the legendary here, they're selling them for 10 million. I think what I'm going to do here, just to show you guys, is I'm going to get about 15 million out of the bank here. 15 million. And this is a loss. Don't do this. This is just for purposes for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and buy this guy. And we're going to go ahead and, nope, not low, not highest. We're going to go ahead and set this guy to epic. I'm going to buy this guy here. And then once you get these pets, you're going to take them to George. Now, if you spawned in at the spawn point here, you go up to the right here, kind of that way. And you want to go over here now instead of upstairs. George is in the back here. This is George. He buys pets. You do need to turn pets into him to upgrade your pet once you hit pet 50. But for right now, we're just worried about this. Now, the epic one sells for 2,500,000. And then the legendary here sells for 10 million. If there will be put for that on the AH. Basically, what people do is they put those on bid. Is what you should be doing. You put the bid on bid and put it for what you can sell it to George for, and then whatever you make over that is fine. But most people aren't going to pay that for it. Just sell it to George. Now, there's a little caveat with this, okay, that I wanted to go over before we end the video. Looks like it's going to be another longer video. In bingo, you can get these rock pets, all right? So a good strategy for you, you can send 10 items over, all right? A good strategy for you guys is to, on your island, when you start a bingo, is to make a cobblestone generator. This is a cobblestone generator. All right, I'm going to go over the details about how to make a cobblestone generator in a separate episode. But you make one of these, and then you can use your gold pick or your stonk, close both ends off, and you can mine those. You can do that on your bingo. All right. Once you made this, you can farm out. You can spend a couple of hours and farm out the rock pets. Don't sell them. Save the last 3 and send them back over to your main profile, which means every single time you do a bingo, you can at least make at least 13 million coins just off of bingo. All right, sell out, send the items back, and then you sell the rock pets to George. This is not boosting your profiles. It's allowed in the game. People do it all the time. There's lots of people that just do bingo just so they can send the legendary pets over with. I would suggest when you're starting a new profile, sell your first legendary. When bingo pops up, do bingo. get a legendary rock pet, save it. Legendary rock pet is one of the rock pets that is really, really good for a couple of slayers and a couple of other things in the game. It's really high defense. So you want at least one rock pet. I don't have one on here. I need to just max this guy out for my mining and then move him up to legendary for demonstration purposes. But they're really good for defense. So, and as you see, it gives you true defense too, which is really hard to come by. That's going to cover it for money-making methods when you start the game out. I am going to go over some more later on. They will be in-depth guides on money-making as far as I can do them for you guys. I'm not an expert on everything. One of them I can show you, I can tell you how to do it, but I don't do it. So you're going to have to look up other guides on that one because I don't actually do that kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, if you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos up, the notification settings are inside the subscribe button. Just go in there, set them how you want. You get notifications whenever I have new videos up. You can come check them out, see if you like them. If you do like this episode, you want to share it with your friends, help support the channel, the share tab down below. There's links there. There's a link there you can copy and post to your YouTube community page. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow my social media pages. Don't forget to set your notification settings for the channel, use notification bell. If there's anything about these money-making methods that I skipped or forgot, put it in the comments. I'll answer them down there. I'll see you guys later.